Hi guys, if you've been following my videos in the past, right? So you must know how I dropped in my schooling just before my college, and if you have seen my scam video, right, where I'm being scammed, right? So also I promised you there that I will tell you my scam story, like how I scammed other people. I'm saying it like this, but yeah, you should know the first like whole story. Then it's up to you to decide if I scammed it or not. So if you remember, like I dropped just after my college, then I decided to do BCA. Why I decided to do BCA was that I knew in the end you have to study only, right? College, even if you best IITs or something, you'll go. I don't think you will catch up onto the lectures, right? Because the Indian whole education system is right. Even if you have the best teachers, right, you cannot follow them with their pace. There will sometime you'll miss something, and there is a cascading effect of the education, right? So that will happen. Even now I take lectures from like Harvard, MIT, and these all things, right? Really great professors, really well like curated uh, uh, content, right? So those videos I have to watch sometime twice or thrice to just understand it. And just think, like in your in your class, that teacher is coming explaining you only one time, and then going to jump another class lecture, right? How would you follow it? How would you follow those things? I don't know about the other people. For me, I've seen like it's very hard to follow, and you have to just pause it, have to re-watch things, you have to do a lot of things, then you understand the concept really in the deep. So I knew this fact and knew that college is not going to teach me, so it was not a good idea to pursue for BTech. It will take a lot of time, 9 to 5. I wanted to enjoy my life as well. BC kind of fell right, and also I gave you the other reasons, right? So yeah, that's the whole topic. So I started my college. It was very exciting. I won Mr. Spark, won like just like it's a kind of Mr. Farewell or something like this, which was amazing. I acted like a new personality in my college. I was very introvert and everything. I acted extrovert, and I owned that personality, right? So that was happening. So when I did thing over there, my English was like it was okay, but not that great. And my college was like 3 hours from my house. Like if I have to go, I have to reach 10 o'clock of college, or 9 o'clock. I have to like start traveling at 7 or 6. It would almost take 3 hours to reach college. So I was quite far away from the city of Dehradun. So it will take me 3 hours journey to reach college, and just coming back 3 hours. So I would spend like 6 hours of my life just traveling for my 4 hours of college lecture, right? Or five, whatever, right? Just think this bargain, right? So I felt that is kind of stupid, and I was looking for the way how I can optimize it. So I thought maybe I could start with some part-time job or something over there only, so I don't waste, instead of me wasting time in the bus, I would have a lot of time to stay there, right? I don't have to hurry. Also, when I used to go, I have to hurry because I would, if I loses my bus, the college bus or something, then I have to take so many three vehicles, like I have to change, and like it will be nightmare. I'll probably lose my first lecture. So that was the case. So yeah, it was not very optimized. So I thought maybe how can I optimize it? So I started looking for. In my head, I tried to think like what kind of jobs I would do, which could help me sustain there. One was that I could find teaching, but teaching I have done. I realized it was a waste of the time. I was not like I was a good enough teacher, but I don't think it's a good idea to learn from somebody who's very young. Like if I now teach something to some student, I would be like really meaningful and really impactful. But that time I was still making mistakes, so I don't think, and just forget this idea getting learned from any senior. That is the worst. If you're old and you have kids and you're thinking that some 1 or 2 years older guy will come and teach your kid, that is stupidest idea ever. Ah. So that was the case for me. I was teaching, but yeah, teaching was not going anywhere. You'll not have a lot of money. You will have to struggle with a lot of students. Then in the end, you can make some amount of money which could pay your rent and living over there. So I started thinking about call centers. Right. I thought maybe I could join a call center, and yeah, so I thought maybe I could join a call center. Maybe that will help. So there was a call center near my college only, right? There I applied, but I failed miserably because I didn't had the confidence. I could not speak that well or something like this. It couldn't happen over there, right? So I was like rejected over there, and so yeah, if I could get over that nearest one, that would be very useful. But I was able to crack an interview in the call center, which was far away, like 1.5 kilometer away from my college. That was in Jharkhand near Rajpur Road, and this one I was able to crack. And so their shift was 12 hours, so 12-hour call center, so probably whole night. But I could not do it because I have to sleep as well, and next day I have to go college, right? And my college will be like from 9 to 1 or something like this was my time, right? I was in the A section, 9 to 1. So yeah, I applied to this job. I got the job, and then I promised like, hey, I cannot. So I think they were giving 12 hours, 12,000 or 14,000 something to for 12 hours of call center per month, right? So yeah, so I told I cannot do the full time. I can do half time. Maybe you can give me 6 to 7 thousand money, right? That I can take, and I can do like 6 hours or something like this. So my initially I was in the A section, and my timing was around call it 9 to 1, right? And yeah, then from 7 to whatever 12 or 1 something, whatever I could do. So that was a plan where I could do that, 7 to 1 or something like this. 7 to 1 or 2 around like this was my timing where I thought I will do. But there was a problem that yeah, I cannot sleep in the daytime after 1 o'clock, 1 to 5. It's very hard time to sleep, right? So I thought maybe so in my college there was another section of my same class BCA which was from 1 a.m. to 5 p.m. right? And the buses will go towards my college buses will go towards my call center, so I could take those ones, right? So it will just fit in my system. So I changed my section because of my job. So any of my college friends, if they are watching, if you know why I changed my section, that was one of the reasons why I did it. So I was in section A, I went to section B for some time because of that timing. So and I never told these yeah. So yeah, that's another story. I never told this thing about any of my classmates what I was doing with my life. So I will probably speak on that as well. But yeah, let me continue the story. So I tried. So yeah, from 5 to 1 or 2, I will go there and do call center. I will follow the. I will use the college buses. So my class will be from 9 to 5, and from 5 to like 1 or 2 to 3 a.m. I'll reach home 3:30 or something. I'll reach home, and there my food will be packed. I'll eat that, and yeah, then I'll sleep around 4 to 5, 6, 4 to 5. I will go to sleep, and then I'll sleep till 11 or something. Right, 11. Then I'll wake up, take shower, then eat my food, and then college. So this was my fully packed plan, right? So it on paper it looks really nice. I'll at 1 o'clock I have to reach college. So I also because of that I took a room very nearer to my college, so I don't have to spend a lot of time on like traveling, right? So everything was set. So I'll wake up around 12 or something. I'll sleep around 4 or 5. Whatever sleep, it was a very less sleep I used to get at those times. I will sleep in the class and everything, right? So that was there. So I will go college. And also, so this is a good, but there used to be 2 days in my weeks, I think Saturday or some other day, where you has this full day of class. Their labs, right? Practical labs would be there, computer labs, right? That day. So I would miss those labs because of this thing. That is a stupid. It sounds stupid right now, but yeah, I thought even why I used to miss that, because lab was like 2-3 hours of lab, which was like wasteful of a lot of time. Only people, if you want to learn 20 minutes, mostly people will work, and then after that they will just talk here and there, have big breaks and all, print your programs. I don't know what the stupid rule we had in our college where you have to print your programs and make a file. Like, you already did it on code, right? Why want to print and waste so much paper just to show it to, like, hey, I've done this much things? That was a stupid idea. I apologize. So yeah, I used to miss my labs, right? Uh, yeah, I used to miss my labs, and then probably I'll continue. So I started over there. So yeah, I joined it. So yeah, I think call center. So I never told it to any of my classmates, but my roommates at that time, I had roommates over there, right? So those roommates knew that what I was doing, right? And they were very helpful to me and very accommodable because of my work and everything. They will never disturb me or anything, right? They will try to do their best to make me comfortable. So yeah. So over there, when I went there, I know. So this was a finance call center, BPO, right? And in the daytime, they had some beauty product which they will try to sell, right? And that was a very legal business which they were doing. And in the night, there was a business which is very, like, so the business was to, what they used to do is that in UK, so they had clients, like basically they were set up in UK. And so basically this BPO was run by a boyfriend and girlfriend, like a couple. That guy was from UK, I guess. He used to visit India on occasional basis. His girlfriend was from here only. They both, she was an MBA, so they both used to run this call center, right? And here their idea was to cold approach people from UK and ask them if they really need loan, right? And how they pitched me this company was like, hey, UK people doesn't like to save money. They are mostly on weekly basis. They want to spend money on weekly basis and everything, right? They don't go try to opt for saving. Instead of they take loan, and their salaries are on the weekend, so we have to convince these people to take loan from us, and we will earn from their interest rates. So that was it. They're like, yeah, simple. So they will tell us that, hey, I will give you Excel with the people address, and these are the people who have applied for loan, and you have to talk them and give them loan, right? So if it is coming from, so they don't told me it's a cold approach number, like this is a random number, but they told me this is a curated data. We buy it from somebody where probably you'll find people asking for money and something. So yeah, now that is easy. So my goal was to now call everybody. Yeah, they had their own mic and all set up there to call them and listen them. So yeah, initially I started. First of all, there was no people who wanted loan on the first place. We had to just cold approach and sell there, like, hey, if you need, take us loan. We are happy enough. We don't see your credit score. We don't take any mortgage. We just give you happy loan. Right? That was the idea. I did. I was terrible. I was the worst in my group. I was not able to sell to anybody. Right? Whenever I will call people, nobody will want, hey, I don't interested in this thing. But yeah, first time I was able to hear this British English accent on my phone, right? I also had my name, like the name. So they also told me, like, hey, if you sound Indian, probably they have lost trust with Indian people or any South Asian, Pakistani or whatever, right? Sri Lanka, right? So yeah, so there were people who are trying to have accents and all just to make sure that we don't sound Indian or something like this. So yeah, there were people like that and with an accent. So yeah, I chose my name Kevin Pereira, like something like this, to try to have accent of Philippine or something like this, right? I'll never tell my own name as this thing. But I was terrible. I was being scolded after every lunch or meeting that, hey, no response came from you. What you guys are doing? Like, you need to focus. So yeah, so there was I think there was a limit of 10. Like you need to find 10 people who are interested in taking loan per day. Even if you could find 10, that was more than enough. But I couldn't understand how this business was profitable to them, like sending money and everything, right? So I did whatever I could do for like 10, 15 days. And our goal was not to do all the process, send the money, take their bank details and give me. My goal was to find who is interested and then forward to my senior. So that was I was the first layer filter for them, right? And I don't know what was the next step they were taking. I was thinking they were giving loans and then these guys will pay back in the time or give some interest or something. This is how they run, right? But one certain day I realized that they were not doing such things like that. What they will do, once I pick those interested clients and send it to my supervisor, what they will do is basically what he will do is he'll talk to them. He'll tell, hey, we're ready to give you loan, and then he'll ask, hey, can you give your bank details where I could process your loan. So he'll take their bank details and everything to process their loan and everything, right? And once these guys give their bank detail, right, so they will ask her, hey, we are not able to reach back to account. I think you have to do some dummy transaction, like test transaction they call, of £5, £10, £15, whatever the number is suitable according to the guy, right? Whatever the bakara, the lamb they got, right? And they will ask this test transaction, hey, if you send £5, £10 or something, we'll revert with that original amount, which will be like £200, £100, whatever the loan amount. So most of them will not do it, but most of the idiots will do. And these guys will not return that money back. Once that transaction is done, fuck off. No. So it was internet generated call, so they can't even call back. They can't even do email and shit, right? So yeah, this was their scam, asking them to do test transaction and not to revert it back. Even if they do give somebody loan with higher interest, they will call and like abuse that person. Some cases they will give back that loan and they will charge heavy interest and everything, and they won't return. Then these guys will be like really abusive on the call to like send this thing, otherwise I'll do that. So it was very hard to me listen those things. So when I knew about this in the middle, like I was like blown away. Like this is the cruel world which we are living, and I'm part of that thing I don't even know. Then it was a very hard thing for me to now call somebody and ask for loan, because I know where this guy goes. Somebody will be in, like somebody's sick and they really need money, and they are approaching to this thing with a positive thing, and I know what is gonna get back, whatever the money they will lose, right? They have in the times of this. So yeah. So even sometime there will be a guy who was interested in loan. I will tell them, hey, just fucking disconnect the phone, something like this. Even they were recording my calls, everything, but I'll still take that risk to, if I see somebody like very old or something, I'll say, hey, just don't get it, like don't do it. Like, because I know in my heart, I know that if this guy takes the loan, he's gonna give his whatever the money and he's gonna be lost. So yeah, that I was like, no. So I was denying him. And my performance was very bad in sales. So whatever I forwarded, whatever the clients I found who was interested in loan forward, none of them, they were able to convert it into a sale. Basically a full, they could not make it full. There were other people in my time who would do really good and they will get their money and everything, right? For us, it never happened. Like we could not make any money. From my clients, nobody, like they never. And somehow I finished my 1 month. I've already moved in. I've told my parents, hey, I'm gonna be adult man, live by myself and everything, right? I fucked up my sleep. I was literally sleep in the class. Like I've seen scenarios where the teacher was sitting and my eyes will be like And suddenly, so teacher will see me that I'm sleeping, so he will start speaking louder. So that loudness will suddenly wake me up. So yeah, my sleep was fucked up. My diet health totally got fucked in that whole month. My testosterone dropped. Everything like went shithole. And yeah, somehow I escaped it. Uh, and I got my 1 month my whatever money, right? So yeah. So that of money, I think 2,000 I think I was giving it for my room, 3,000 for my food, 1 or 2,000 was being saved with me. So that was the hard life. So then I thought, okay, if I don't do it, then I have to leave it, and that will be whole thing will be stupid. I moved out from my home. I don't want to go home. I don't want to look loser to my parents, and I don't want to waste my 3 hours of time traveling again. That I cannot do. I need to find some other job. And this time, so I also one of the reason why I wanted to join call center was to improve my English, right? But there, I don't think I was improving English. I could listen a lot of people, but whole the conversation was around money, and there was a script. Basically, you see other people speaking, and those lines you have to repeat. There's a very few changes you will do, but I don't think beyond over anything you will have any conversation. And I was not having any time to study for my college education, which I was fucking up because of my money. And the whole goal of joining was college study, right? Which I'm doing secondary. So that was not making sense. So somehow I needed to find a job, not this one where I'm faking people and it's very hard. I'm having no time. Where I could have time, near to my college. I don't have to travel. So this call center was also far. I don't want to spend that time. So I use my brain. This idea I had it quite long time, but I was not acting on because of this societal norms, right? So that job was being a security guy, right? In India, if I say this to my parent or my friends, everybody will laugh at me. Like, what the fuck you're talking? Why you want to be a security guy? Like, you've lost your mind. It's such a bad name for this kind of job. Any low status job, right? In India, it's a bad job. A guy from a good family. I'm from a good family, but I'm a poor family as well. But the way I've carried my fathers and families, like we are good. We don't show that we're poor, but we are poor, but we just maintain this fake aura of being a normal leveraged family home. That was not sustainable. And why I thought about this job was because if I could able to manage only night shifts, right, where I could sit someplace and I have all my time, phone, laptop, whatever I could learn from it, right. Also, but I didn't have laptop back then, right. Never bought. Till this day, I never had my own laptop. It's always somewhere from I'll use it. Now it's a different scenario. There is so much story, guys. Like if you just stay on this channel, this is like infinite amount of stories and lot of learning like left. So probably I'll tell you about another story. So yeah. So the idea was to get a job where I could just sit and so yeah. So I tried. There was some security agencies near where I interviewed. Uh, I was very embarrassed that somebody knows from my family or my friends something. It will be terrible, but because I wanted to make my life. I'm ready to do anything. So I just had this courage and I went to this agency. I talked. They were like impressed that hey, yeah, like you're doing good. That you're trying to do something like this. I asked them, I want a job, but I cannot take the day shifts. I only want night shift because I have a college in the day. I just want to continue with my life. So he told me, don't worry about that. We have a BTech engineer who is a security guard with us. So like, what the fuck, man? This is so bad. Like the unemployment level in India is so bad. Like okay, anyway. So yeah. So then, then like, okay, cool. So I took, so over there, I was there and yeah, I told him, then he told me that currently we don't have the night shifts for you. So the manager of that was a old army man. I really like that guy. He understood my scenario. He was very supportive of me and he told, hey, okay, currently we don't have a spot where the night shift is only available. But we have a big big contract in a hospital called Indresh. This is in Dehradun, if you heard about it. So there, if you want to continue, there you can do it. Over there you can get night shifts, right? I told him that it is good over there, but still it will be far from my college, right? I have to travel back. I'm looking something which is very nearby, right? Very near to my this thing, right? Very near to my college, which would save my lot of transportation time. And over there the shift was for 8 hours, right? The hospital. And you can take any job, like any time if you want, you can take it over there. So yeah, so there, so I so for me actually I wanted to take I wanted over there. He was sort of like, over there it's like 3 shifts goes, day, night, afternoon, like whatever you wish for, you can take that one, right? And for me the idea but my goal was to study over there, but in hospital I don't think anybody will let you study over there, right? So I was very naive, I didn't understand over there. So I understood one time that if I just tell him that, hey, I only need a job, and whenever you find this perfect job where I only have night shift near to the college, then I will come. Then they will forget about you. Whenever you get the opportunity, never say no to it. Right? You tell them your best scenario is that you want nearby college and it's a night shift only. But it only currently we don't have, but in future we will have, we have this kind of project contracts coming, but currently it's not there. So I'm telling him, so in my head I was like, I just continue with this guy. If I say no and I'll wait, that will not work. And also I already thought I left my job in call center. I have to get my money for the next month, right? So I thought like, maybe take the risk. I'll go fucking hospital, whatever is there. I cannot just be in without contact without this guy, because if I just be without contact, they will forget me, right? So just I wanted to be remembered. And that's why I was started, okay, whatever hospital will go. So a young student, now they gave me dress, everything, security dress. I was so ashamed of wearing this dress. I don't know why that time. And I was just praying that nobody of my surrounding knows me, could see me in that. So I dressed up and I went there and to a hospital. Inside a hospital there were multiple posts where you have to pick. They will assign you one post. So yeah, I was with patient. I will have my job was to look that if somebody needed something, or in the night if somebody is crying or something, I have to call doctors and whatever. So this kind of job like has to be in the dress. So I think I went 2 days over there. I went there and I went there and it was a crazy time. Like I looked different. I was very young. I was smart on the scale of security guard. I'm like, in general, I will say I'm okay, average, like say 6 or 7. But yeah, over there, that time, I was better than the normal people, but people can spot me like, this guy is good looking and he's a security and something like this. Like I was a very, like, I didn't have a lot of beards back then. I don't have a beard, yeah. But yeah, whatever my shape was, like, young guy is always like good. So over there, I had this embarrassing job. What I thinking, what the fuck I'm doing? I'm a fucking student. Like so many rich people, classmates I had as a friend, and what the fuck I'm doing over here? So over there, so yeah, in that environment, learned about the worst employee culture is in the hospital. These nurses are like so flirty and these all things. Like if you want to really hook up, go with nurses. Nurses are like fucking weird over there. Like they are so sexually open and liberated. Like they feel like they are in the home. These nurses feel like they are in the home. They all laugh, they talk, and they work and everything. So they will purposefully come and flirt with me. They purposefully drop, like they will come with a tray and like drop some tools everywhere in front of me so that they can bend and show their ass and this something to me and like pick up those. They'll try every best to just influence me. So yeah, that was a crazy time. They were not that good looking, but okay. But my standards were very high because I was fucking living. I was there in a good college, right? I've seen hotties over there. My friends were hotties, right? So on that scale, it was bad. But on average scale, these nurses are like fuckable. But yeah, 2 days I went there. It was a very hard time. So this consistency and this impressed me. Like the guy, the manager, like the army guy who helped me to join, right? That guy, I think they saw that this guy is very consistent and very serious about it. Even for 2 days, I told him that no, I want to join, otherwise he will forget or something. So he noticed it, and the second, third day, there was no spots open for me. What he did, there was a near showroom to my college, a Maruti showroom, right? True value. Basically, you can over there you can buy new cars as well, and you can sell your old cars. In exchange, you can buy another one, or just you can only sell your old car. So over there, they had contract. This was very near to my college, and it was a good place where I could have got this job. So what this guy did for me, there was no open spot. So he knew that some people will always come late and everything, right? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, everything, the night shift. So he knew that it's a very okay thing. Like, so in security, what happens is that there will be a day guy, then the night guy will come, and then there's overlap time, and then they leave. So the day guy will have something duty till 7 a.m. or 8 p.m. whatever, 7 8 p.m. 7 p.m. 8 p.m. something, and then the other night guy has to come on that time, and then he will replace him. And there will always some delay, like 5-10 minutes, which happens, right? So one day, because he was the area in charge and everything, this army guy, so he on purpose went for a round so that he can find a faulty guy who is even 5 minutes late, so that he can fucking fire or just send him to other place, right? So for me, he just did this thing round checkup round. I found a guy who was late 5 minutes and scolded him that, hey, why you're late? And then he told him, now you fucking go away from here, you will be going to some other hospital, like the hospital which I was going. Now you will go and work there instead of in this fucking place. So just because of me, he did this. He understood my scenario, and for me, he did this thing. So now he fired me, and he immediately told me, hey, don't have to go hospital, go to this place. And also the day guy over there, the guy was the day guy was a family man, right? He was married and everything. So he was okay doing day shift because in the night he wanted to live with his kids and parents. So it makes sense. In the day he will go there. In the night I will be there. We were both comfortable with this thing. So he finally joined. And this True Value, this car showroom was very near to my college. So I had this always feeling that, okay, somebody sees somebody in the fucking dress, what I will do, right? And this actually reminds me of that. I'm a cricket fan, right? So there is a guy in Indian cricket, Yashasvi Jaiswal. I guess if you heard about it, he plays from Rajasthan Royals. Recently, he's doing good with Indian team. So I saw his interview, right? He is a cricketer, but his father used to sell this fast food, right? Pani puri. And sometime he has to also help his father and over there, right? So one day he will be practicing from there, and after the practice he used to come and sell pani puri with his father. And same day, his classmates, the guy who plays cricket with them and everything, came to that place to eat that pani puri. And he was so ashamed that he saw them and he just ran away. So the same, like, I had this feeling like someday somebody will watch me from my thing and I'll be so embarrassed. I don't know. But I was like, fuck. Just don't think about they do. You are already coming in the night, right? So nobody will see 7 p.m. or something like this. So it was again. So previous hospital job was for 8 hour shift, but this was 12-hour shift, right? So if I join at 8 or 9, 8 p.m., then morning 8 p.m. only I would have to like go. Right, that was the case. So this was the time. So yeah, so I joined it. So this was, so first of all, the security room was shit. Inside, so usually when you go work in this kind of thing, right, showroom or something, the security rooms are better. So I had a neighboring showroom which was, I think, Mercedes. They have fucking deluxe security room. Like I was so envious of those guys. Like, hey God, like if I could get in this one, that would be like crazy. But yeah, they have. My one was like built of 10 sheet, open door. In the winter, it was fucking hell. I would have heaters and all, but still, it was fucking hell. In the night, I have to stay there. So yeah, that was the hard time I had. So I joined this security job. It was very good. It was paying me, I think 10,000, I guess 10,000, around 10,000 or something. 1,000 PF as well. I was getting PF 10,000. I was getting. I was like, fuck, this is the money, bro. This is the money at that age. Like that is the money I want. So yeah, I have to just come there on time, eat my food over there. So I will utilize, like I will eat my food over there and have my time to study. Right, I will spend a lot of time on my phone watching phone. So that was a good deal. But still, I would be sleepless. Like most, I cannot sleep. Everything. So yeah, then I had some time. I got some time to like go and spend on me. So yeah, that's how I spent. I did something, but I would definitely want to share more detail, uh, how I did over there. Like probably in the next part of the video, I'll tell how was life over there and how I managed all my problems and everything. But yeah, this was a very good job as compared to my call center. I had a lot of time over there with me. Nobody would disturb me and everything. So yeah, things was getting better. So we'll see you in the next video. I'll have to tell you more things which I did there. Bye bye.